Okay, Michaela, one word to describe you. Why are you grabbing your baby brother's snacks? Esther, if you could be any animal, which one would you be?
A cat doing...
Sophia, if you were to be an animal, what animal would you be?
A lion.
A lion, okay.
I'd be a... Horn model. What?
What?
But I kind of want to be a fox, but then... What does the fox say? Me, 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 me. Yeah, I'll be a fox.
Meanwhile, Esther, what is the grossest thing that you do not like?
Diarrhea.
What is the grossest thing that you do not like?
That one story that you said, I mean that little boy from school that picked his nose and put it in his milk. Not get subscribed and I'll punch you in the lips. What? Yeah.
What's up, what's up? It is Saturday evening, about 7 o'clock. We're on our way to a little busy datey day.
Yes, a little date.
See what they got. We're gonna go throw some bowling balls around a little bit. Go get some food. Do they have food at main event? Pretty sure. I'm hungry. If you guys don't know, by the time you're watching this, album has dropped and hit all the digital platforms. It's called Light Up the World. We have some amazing, very powerful, anointed features on the album. Very grateful for everybody who played a part in the album and helped me out, man. Shout out to Holy Ground, TJ, brother TJ, for hitting that master. He mastered all the tracks, so definitely very, very much appreciated. Also, we just dropped the music video for the #1 track off the album called I Will Rejoice, featuring Johnny Guitar. And in the video, guest starring is Marquise, brother Marquise Science, and his 3 daughters. And man, it's just such a powerful message, man, the way that it came together. I initially wanted to get someone else, pay someone else to edit the video, because we kind of shot it together on our own. But just because of funds and, you know, time and all these other things, I went ahead and just edited it myself. It came out okay. I feel like I'm kind of limited as far as like my creativity, simply because of the equipment that I have. But someday, soon, or in the future, I'll be able to upgrade that. Yeah, you guys check it out, man. The link will be in the description, or just go to Lance Blake official music page. No, Lance Blake official YouTube page. She'll put the link. Once again, thank you guys for support and for watching and for everything, man.
Change of plans. We were gonna go bowling, and as soon as Lance got off, we talked about it, and
That was main event. I mean, that was
David Buster's, yeah, and we both started yawning, no joke. We're so old. And we're like, we don't have energy for this, so we just came to a restaurant to eat. So hopefully we can get in and it's not packed. So we made it here at Applebee's, and there's not that many people, but I just had a friend tell me that there is a fireworks show, and we are kind of debating now, do we even want to go? I don't know. Hello everyone. Yes, I have very messy hair. I woke up super early today and just got started on the school information for the kids.
I think it's our last week to go to the house.
Yeah, so this could be our very last week that we are currently here at my parents because we closed on our home finally last week. So we are so excited. And then the home is supposed to be ready and everything by this week. If not, it's gonna be early next week. So we're just really shooting for at least next week being in our home. We are so happy. God has been so faithful. Now, I know from the last previous clips that you just watched, probably like 2 weeks have gone by since today, currently. Yeah, I did stop filming. We had a crazy thing happen within our family. I can't go into too much detail as at the moment, but just know, guys, that you know, we all go through rough seasons in our life. We go through difficult times, and this was one of the things that Lance and I got to experience together. I wasn't alone in something so crazy. And just to see God, like just to see God's hand in every part of this situation, and still till this day, till this very moment, it just is very overwhelming. And this is something I can't really describe too much, but we're still dealing with a lot of those things, and we're still navigating through a resolution. And but God has just been so merciful, answered our every single prayer during this season. And you know, this is a situation that I've prayed for since a very many years. It started many years ago, but just to really see how everything's unfolding in the now, it makes me grateful knowing that God's timing will always be perfect. I know that I'm very rare. I know when a lot of people say, you know, you get your moments of doubt, and you know, yeah, I have had my moments of doubt or questioning. There was actually a preaching that Lance and I were listening to, and I don't remember exactly how it played out, but in this sermon, it talks about how our faith in God is a reflection of our parents and how we grew up. Like if our parents were around, if they were not around, and you know, the father figures is how, you know, we see our Father in heaven, and if they were there, how they were, if you can trust them and all that. But then they also went into detail about explaining how if your parents were able to overcome certain obstacles, and you saw that and you saw their persistence in it. And I'm just gonna set an example. When I was a child, you know, my parents, I have been blessed that my parents have been married and have, you know, I have brothers and sisters who are all from the same mom and dad. You know, we all grew up in the same home. My parents have never split up. They've been married for, oh my gosh, I want to say 36, 37 years. Maybe more, I don't know. But they've been, you know, they've just been together. And we've gone through situations, and my dad, you know, he would sit down and talk to us if there was something, you know, affecting every single one of us, and just let us know. And he would include the family, and we'd all like be included in a situation, you know. And I saw that in my younger years, that no matter what it was that we were going through, whether I knew about it or he talked to us about it or he didn't, you know, and I picked up on it, or whatever the case was, I knew that my parents would get through it. We were always okay, you know. So I always saw that. Yeah, there were moments where my parents were struggling, you know, as far as like financially and in certain situations and decisions to make, and they still made it though. And I always saw that, and that's always in the back of my mind. And as I see God in my relationship with him, I've seen that no matter what it is that I'm going through, I know regardless, I'm going to be okay. Now, this preaching was talking about how sometimes we reflect that in our experiences with our parents. And in this certain situation, and in this case, and in this point in my life, I can say that that is true for me. I don't know how it is for others, and I don't know what other facts they kind of like kind of relate to make sure that that's a true statement or not. I don't know, but for me that is actually very true. And I was telling Lance, you know, like, I know that my parents always were going to be okay at the end. And my trust in God is just that I've gone through a lot of things, and I just know that it's going to be okay. Like, yeah, I've gone through many things in my life. I've had friends in my past say, man, you should write a book because you are always going through something, you know. And I always thought that was a little funny statement, but then in reality it hit, like, I am. But at the end I'm always okay. Not because of anything I said, not because of anything I've done, but because I've really just trusted that God will get me through it. And I know it sounds so cheesy, maybe so cliche, so repetitive, you know, that prayer gets you through the hardest moments. But guys, what we went through, we stayed in prayer consistently. Like, it was like a conversation with God as soon as we woke up. And I'm so blessed that even in our church right now, currently Lance and I are taking some classes that require us to go through memorization of verses, you know, but then also it requires you know, daily devotion and reading the word, and in a certain manner to do it. And while Lance and I were doing this in this season and in this particular weekend, God spoke to us directly, specifically with these verses and the things that we had to read. And God's word is just so much power, and we saw God answer our prayers every single day that we were going through in this weekend. So just to make it kind of short, guys, don't give up. Don't give up. Even though you don't see the answers right now, trust that it's actually working for a reason, that later on you might see, you know. And one thing that I've actually, you know, I've had other people that can't relate to this, and in my understanding, I apologize because I don't understand that they don't understand. And this is something I've talked to Lance too. Like, I stand in the belief that I don't have to understand God right now, and I don't have to understand God all the time. And you know, I hear that a lot, that you'll know later on in the future why things happen. But I realize that I don't care if I do understand in the future or not. You might not ever understand why things happened, and you might just be living in the fruit of that experience and not even know it, you know. Like, that means that just the peace that you have daily, or the peace that produces within the days that you have, or anything like that, it could have been a cause of what have happened to you in the past. You don't know that, and a lot of people don't tap into it. So I might not understand ever why I've gone through the things that I've gone through, and I'm actually okay with that. I don't have to break my mind trying to understand what God has done or is doing. I just trust him, because he's gonna get me through it. He's gonna get us through it. He's gonna get our family through it, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. And I trust that. I trust the process. And I just encourage you guys that, I know it might be hard to digest that, but you understand it more when you're living out God's purpose for your life, when you're having a relationship with him daily, when you're seeking him just to encounter him. Like, you develop this trust that you do not know anywhere else. You can't have this in a person. You can't have this in yourself. I know a lot of this culture is just about self-love and self-this and everything is self, right? But this is a trust that you cannot find anywhere else. It's the way that I say it might come off kind of like it's not understandable to you, maybe. I don't know. But believe me that there is trust, and there's so much more faith, and there's so much more peace and trusting in God and living with God and walking with God. And we experienced this so much, and it was such a great reminder that our prayers are heard, that, you know, such a time as this, even in the chaos, God walks with us. And we're so grateful. Guys, I can go on forever on the gratitude that I have towards God, but I'm gonna pause it here. I just want to let you guys know that we did go through a rough 4 days. I want to say maybe 4 days, and we haven't been vlogging. We obviously did not vlog during this weekend that it happened. We haven't vlogged last weekend or this week But I wanted to come in today to let you guys know we're picking it back up, and we're just excited for whatever's coming next. We're just excited for even this channel, what God wants to do through us through this channel. Just excited for the future, for our family. And yeah, guys, stay encouraged. Subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. Stay encouraged. Stay in prayer and communication with God. Blessings to each one of you guys. We will keep you posted. We will keep vlogging. We're good, and God is great. We're still here, and as long as he gives us this platform, you know, we're gonna just use it for his glory. We're gonna just use it to show you guys encouragement, to just give you guys an insight of our family. Blessings, guys. Peace and grace in your